have a brand new chef's knife, that's going to be sharp enough if you haven't used it to chop big pounds of onions or something. When you use your knife, you want to use almost the whole blade. You don't want to use just the tip and kind of cut into it. So that's one reason I don't like a paring knife. But if you're used to scoring or slashing, you can use a paring knife. What I find with students is they take the short knife and then they kind of cut into it like that. You've got to be fast, you've got to be brave. So you get in and you slash. When you slash your bread, you want to be at a slight angle to your bread, not straight on. Slight angle, like about a 30-degree angle. What you're trying to do is kind of just get under the skin almost. And then when your bread bakes, that little lip there curls up. We call it an ear. An ear. And it curls up. If you look at good artisan bread, not something like, you know, grocery store type bread, but good artisan bread, it often has that little curl to it. And look in professional bread books, and you'll see that. It's a little dark. And so there's two purposes for scoring or slashing. Why would you slash your bread? It lets it expand. When you go into the oven, we've got that oven spring. You get this dramatic rise. If you don't score your bread, you're going to have tearing along the side. And if you go to a grocery store and look at their French bread, and I'm not saying anything bad about grocery stores, it's just that that's, you know, they're not artisan breads, okay? So you'll often see a lot of tearing along the sides. You see these just kind of anemic looking slashes on top. So it's going to help your bread expand. So you've got this really rapid rise. And then you won't have that tearing on the side. So you're going to help the bread expand. Without tearing. And then the second thing is it's decorative. Your bread is always going to look better if it's been scored or slashed. So if you look at the lab on the bowls, I gave you like 4 different ways that you can slash or score. If you look at bread, start paying attention to bread when you're out shopping. You'll see all kinds of different slash, score. So what you have on your lab are just some like really common ones. So on your round, just want to show you this. So this one is just a couple of slashes that start longer and then you get smaller. The second one is often called a fisherman's loaf because it looks kind of quilted. So the way you do that is you're just going to make 3 or 4 slashes this way and then cross at an angle. If your bread has overproofed or it's really fragile, you don't want to be doing 6 slashes to it. So you're kind of going to determine what design you're going to do kind of based on your bread. So you want to keep an eye on that bread and not get carried away. This third one, it's kind of maple leaf. Bread, you're going to make a center slash and then you've got 2 slashes there, and when it opens up it kind of looks like a leaf. And then this last one, just making 4 curved slashes, and once again, that curve is going to be a little harder to do if your bread is on its way to being overproofed. And if you have a little razor blade, long, that's going to be easier to slash because the blade is curved. So a thin, flexible blade is going to be easier to do that than like a 10-inch rigid chef's knife. So you've got those curves, and then as it expands, you've got this kind of rises up. On the bowls, we're going to dust our bread first with cake flour, and then we're going to slash. And then the look you get is that kind of rustic peasant look, where you've slashed and it opens up, it doesn't have the flour in it, you get a different look than where the flour is. So the cake flour is going to be our dusty flour. It's more powdery. It's going to look a little better than the other flour, the all-purpose or the bread. And Tina, did you find us some fine sieves by any chance? Okay, yeah. So you want to use the fine sieve. So I like dusting of cake flour. When you dust, put your flour in the sieve, not over the bread, because it'll just, you can't control it, it just runs through. So put your flour in, and then hold it over your bread and lightly tap it, and then slash. So you can slash however you want, based on your bread. Okay, and then on the baguettes. So you'll see different scoring patterns also on baguettes. Sometimes it's just kind of going to look like that. be more running down the length of your bread. You'll also see, it's kind of look where it's kind of open, where it's just slashed 3 or 4 times down the center, and then it opens up. You've got that look. You're probably going to see that on like a batard, a wider loaf of bread. So when you slash, if you're doing these slashes here, you generally want to start, you're going to make your line, and then you're going to start, instead of below where this cut ended, you're going to do a little bit of overlap, like maybe 1/2 inch or so, to get that look. When you cut, hold your knife at about a 30-degree angle, cut, and you want to cut about a 1/4 inch deep into your bread. If you're not cutting deeply enough, it's not going to open up for inch deep. If you're too aggressive and you're too deep, then half of your bread's going to open up. So there's a fine line in there. And the best advice I can give you is cut it fast, be bold. If you're timid and you're going to do some damage to your bread. So you be in or fight like Zorro. Okay? You're going to be like Zorro with your slashes. And then this is just before loading the oven. You're going to proof and then you're going to score it, and then we're going to load the oven. We are going to bake at a hot temp. We're going for 450 today. Somewhere between 425 and 450. We'll see how the ovens do for us. The steam has been preheated. We're going to bake with steam. So we have French bread here. That's your standard French bread. And if I talk too long and you think that your bread is ready to test, you're going to wave at me. Okay. So French bread, lean, very lean. There's no fat. There's no sugar. Are we ready to test? There's no fat. Let me just tell you how to turn the steam on, and then we'll go back and talk about why. So we got to go hot to get some browning going on. So we're going to bake the steam. When we load with steam, a lot of recipes will tell you to steam once initially and then again after 10 minutes. We don't have the luxury in this oven. We can steam once, one time only. So everybody needs to load, and then we turn the steam on, because you only get one crack at it. The steam button is right here, so you don't want to come kind of fiddle with it trying to figure it out before you get loaded here, because once you steam, that's gone. So we're going to load the oven with everything that can be loaded. I'm going to have one person steam. I don't want anyone standing behind that person. We're going to turn on the fan. So once you turn on this steam, it is billowing steam. And if you stand here and look in the oven, you will get a steam burn, guaranteed. So you want to turn on the steam, and then you want to exit. So if you've got 30 students standing behind you looking, you can't get out of the way. It really is a lot of steam. So we'll turn on the overhead also to get rid of the steam. Okay, let's pull out the bread and check it. So tell me 2 tests before you get up. 2 tests for proofing is ready to go.
Finger press should slowly spring back.
Okay, finger indent should slowly come back out. What else are we looking for? Increase in volume. Yeah, it doesn't really like double, or it would be coming out of the proof box, but it will increase in volume. So each group, make sure somebody in your group has a sharp knife.